Hello, everyone. I'm Bo from Brutal Commentary, and today I'm gonna be breaking down our co-main event for UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 112. In this matchup, we have Giga Chikadze taking on Kevin Vallejos. This is an awesome fight, as you have the number 15 ranked Chikadze, who is looking to right the ship more or less, and bounced back from the first ever losing skid in his MMA career, as he takes on one of the brightest young prospects in the division, and quite frankly, in all of the UFC, Kevin Vallejos, who is, what a prospect he is. He is so fucking good at only 24, and you look at his two fights, right, against Sung Woo Choi and Danny Silva. He has looked excellent. His only loss is Jean Silva in the Contender Series, which was about a few years ago now. So yeah, Kevin Vallejos is a really good prospect to watch. Now, this is a matchup built around timing, distance, and the ability to maintain transition. As Chikadze is a polished, high-level kickboxer, one of the most dangerous kicking arsenals in the featherweight division, and he thrives in long-range striking battles where he can dictate the rhythm with precision and punish opponents who enter recklessly. Vallejos brings a different kind of threat: dynamic movement, youthful explosiveness, and a willingness to create scrambles and angles that disrupt striking rhythms. So this fight becomes a question of who can control the space, because Chikadze wants a clean, disciplined kickboxing range where his kicks can carve out damage and force Vallejos to slow down, while Vallejos wants unpredictability. Entries from angles, switching rhythms, and mixing striking with a grappling threat, so Giga never fully settles. This is a fighter who wins that battle of rhythm, but not just speed or power, is the one who shapes this fight. So without further ado, let's get down to the breakdown. So starting with Giga Chikadze. He is one of the most polished kickboxers in MMA, has a goalie background, even has a kick named after him, the Giga kick, which is really just a switch kick to the body, but still a very precise, devastating liver kick, to say the least. Giga's entire style is structured around long-range control. Hit front kicks, body kicks, spinning variations, and sharp straights that keep opponents at a distance. The Giga kick is, like I said, his signature weapon. It's a strategic tool that can drain opponents, force them to hesitate, and punish forward pressure. You saw what he did to Cub Swanson, who's a veteran, and he made him wince in pain instantly the moment that kick landed, or the way he was able to batter Edson Barbosa. Giga's striking is very measured and patient. He doesn't rush combinations. Instead, he maintains a tight stance and picks at opponents until the openings become clear. And when he establishes his kickboxing range, his accuracy becomes a major weapon. And he forces opponents to fight at his tempo: slow, more deliberate, and more calculated. Defensively, he uses his reach well, leaning back from punches and controlling the outside footwork lane. And while he can struggle when pressured heavily, honest to God, the way Giga loses when he gets pressured is so baffling to me. Not in so much getting pressured, that is always the weakness of kickboxers who transition from MMA, or just kickboxing styles in general, because they need that long range to work their kicks. So when you pressure them, you take away one of their greatest weapons. That's not the issue. The issue is that Giga's output becomes anemic when he is pressured. You look at what Calvin Kattar did to him when he pressured him, or Arnold Allen, and to name the two guys who've beat him recently. When they pressure him, he struggles greatly. And not only is he getting tired, just constantly going on the back foot and circling that octagon, but like I said, his output becomes so problematic that it can't even make the rounds competitive. So even when Giga compensates with his ability to intercept entries with kicks or forces resets with long punches, it doesn't work against a good striker or wrestler who can anticipate this. So where Giga is also less comfortable isn't also prolonged scrambles or clinch exchanges. He's a capable defensive wrestler, but his best work is done from far away from the grappling sequences. Any opponent who can close the distance consistently or force him into transition, or like I said, just backing him up, are going to win. Now, looking at Kevin Vallejos, he brings a very different type of energy into the cage, one built on movement, speed, and versatility. Vallejos is explosive but very controlled, aggressive but selective, and Vallejos uses quick footwork, switch steps, and sharp directional changes to create angles that opponents struggle to track. He doesn't come in straight unless he's baiting a reaction. Think of that right hand he landed on Sung Woo Choi, where he was lining up the perfect shot. He didn't just rush in recklessly; he lined it up, and bam, the right overhand just destroyed him. Vallejos' striking is very fluid. He blends boxing combinations with kicks in a way that keeps opponents consistently adjusting. Vallejos' speed allows him to close distance quickly, land combinations, and exit before counters can land. Vallejos is especially effective when he forces opponents onto their back foot, where Vallejos can dictate exchanges with tempo and unpredictability and explosiveness for sure. Vallejos' grappling isn't just like a backup tool; is a important part of his game, as he uses very good at feinting with level changes, clinch entries, and scrambles to break opponents' stances and interfere with their striking balance. And if Vallejos doesn't have to dominate with wrestling, he can, but that's not his only path to victory. Because he can knock out opponents or win a long, prolonged striking match like he did with Danny Silva. But I think what stands out the most is Vallejos' adaptability. I mean, he's only 24. He's just going to keep getting better. And the fact that he already fights with a calm, composed style and good understanding of his abilities in a 24-year-old, that's a very, very crucial skill to have. Very similar to Abate Gutier in the sense that they both have power. They're both dangerous and destructive, but they don't force the issue. They wait for their opportunities. Now, seeing how these styles clash, this fight simply revolves around the tension between Giga's structure and Vallejos' disruption. Giga needs distance, long, clean range exchanges where he can set up body kicks and dictate the tempo, while Vallejos wants to take away that structure by moving consistently, slipping inside at unpredictable angles, and keeping Giga from planting his feet. At long range, I think Giga obviously has the advantage. His quicks come faster than they appear, and his ability to control space forces opponents to hesitate. While Vallejos doesn't want to stay there for long periods, he has to enter quickly, leave quickly, and avoid getting drawn into Giga's preferred pacing. In the pocket, Vallejos has the edge. His speed, his combination punching, and the ability to slip and exit make him a difficult target. Giga is sharp and close, but he's not as comfortable in those quick fire exchanges where Vallejos thrives. And the grappling layer widens the gap further, because Vallejos doesn't need to take Giga down repeatedly. He could honestly do something similar to what David Onoma did, where the takedowns help Vallejos' striking and keep Giga guessing. Plain and simple. So this fight, I think, becomes a tug of war between Giga's desire for structure and Vallejos' ability to break that structure. So I think over time, the dynamics begin to favor a fighter who can force the other out of their comfort zone. Giga will have strong early moments, sharp body kicks, long, clean range exchanges, and sequences where Vallejos has to respect the power and accuracy coming his way. But as the fight progresses, I think Vallejos' movement and pace begin to take hold. Vallejos doesn't give Giga long stretches of clean distance. He angles in, lands quick flurries, and exits before Giga can set his feet to counter. Vallejos can mix level changes just enough to keep Giga cautious, and those grappling threats will slowly chip away at Giga's ability to fire kicks with freedom. As Vallejos maintains a high pace, the fight rhythm starts to shift. Giga is at his best in slower, technical striking battles, where Vallejos thrives in chaos, movement, and layered exchanges. The longer the fight lives in those mixed phases, the more the momentum shifts towards Vallejos. And so, I think with my official prediction, I'm gonna go with Kevin Vallejos. Now he's a huge favorite. He's a 3-1 favorite, and I think that's warranted. I think he can use his angles, pace, combination striking, and transitional grappling to prevent Giga from controlling the rhythm and range, and I think just take over this fight. Now, I don't know if Vallejos can finish Chikadze just simply because Giga has proven to have a hell of a chin. Look at the beating he took from Calvin Cater, or some of the big shots he got hit by David Onoma and Arnold Allen. Giga has a hell of a chin. So I don't know if Vallejos can knock him out, but I do think he can land the more meaningful shots over the course of 15 minutes or get in some good takedowns as well. So my official prediction, I'm going to go with Kevin Vallejos, and I'm going to pick him via decision. But if he gets a finish in here, man, that would do wonders for his upward trajectory. But still, a decision win is just as good. But obviously, a finish, I think, would be better. So once again, my official prediction, I'm going to go with Kevin Vallejos, and I'm going to pick him via decision. But that being said, that's been my prediction of this matchup. If you like the video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win. But until then, I've been Bo from Brutal Commentary. Stay calm, stay respectful, and enjoy the violence. I'll see you all next time.